Hello everybody, welcome back for some more God of War 2. And today we are going to more than likely, well, we should be able to head back down. Oh yeah, we need to jump down here first. We're going to head down here and we're going to go across that chain bridge one more time and then head back over to that island precinct thing that we need to go to. And first we're going to take out this guy, first and foremost. Problem is here, you can't knock him off the cliff though, which kind of sucks. But, you know, hey, it's whatever. I'll just snap his neck and get rid of him that way. Alright, here we go. We get to cross the chain one more time. But the good thing is, now, since we used the chain to kind of pull the temple towards us, it's basically, it should be probably a smaller chain or something. And the cool thing is, now we have this little part of the chain that shows up too, which is, you know, a pretty interesting detail that I like to take into consideration. Now, I kind of want to ask the audience, which I probably will not get an answer for, but you see that doorway down there? That doesn't look like it leads into anything, but it almost looks like it kind of does. And for the longest time that I played God of War, I always thought that led into something, and who knows, maybe it does, and I'm just an idiot and just didn't realize that. If it does, and you know I'm an idiot, I apologize for my own stupidity, but I just never could figure out, or even, well, typically I'd never really bothered to look. Well, I tried jumping down there, of course, and, you know, that didn't end very well. But I could never, I don't think it's for anything, really. But anyway, I don't know what these bugs are called, but I call them fireflies because that's what they look like to me. That might be the name. I'm not really good with the bestiarity in God of War games very well. But what you can do is you can grab them and you can throw them at other enemies because they'll actually explode. And if you kill them, or, you know, if you chop up down their health, that would technically be killing them. Eventually, they will explode, so be very careful of that. What do we need to upgrade? 2018? Okay. 2018, that's only in a couple of years. And hopefully we'll get some good games by then, too. And hopefully next year. Which, it's starting to look pretty damn good already. I would head down there real quick, but I want to see if there's some... Yeah, okay, that's right. These are where the chests are. I was trying to remember where the location the chests were at. Because I know, there's a way we need to get into there, but we have to climb on this wall to get into one. I don't know if it's the lowest one or maybe it's a higher one up. It might even be the middle one for all I remember. Let's take a look here. Yes, it's this one. Alright. But there is another little path that we can take and get some more orbs and some more chests. Alright. Kill them off. And let's go ahead and open up the door. It's not going to kick us inside, though, thankfully. Now, if it did, that would be a pain in the ass. But luckily for us, it does not do that. Because I hate when games do that. Well, sometimes that's what happens when you play, like, the Souls games, too. Speaking of which, I recently just went out and purchased... why do I keep saying, I went out and recently purchased Dark Souls 3, and so far... I'm enjoying it. I've taken down a few bosses so far. I'm not doing too bad. Considering the fact that I've played Bloodborne first before I played anything else. Okay, I'll take that back. Actually, I played Dark Souls 1 first. And then I bought Bloodborne. And then I played that and beat the hell out of that game. And I love that fucking game. And then now I'm playing Dark Souls 3, which is supposed to technically be the last of this series. So that means no Bloodborne 2 or Dark Souls 3, which... Granted, I mean, there's not much you can do with a Bloodborne 2, but it would have been nice to have. But, you know, still. I need to go back and play the first two Dark Souls. I was thinking about it, but I'm like, well, you know, DS3 is pretty new, and I might as well just play that, and we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Okay, so what we need to do now is, since we're down here, we can't get back up there, because if we pull that lever... That's going to raise those platforms. But the only problem is those platforms are eventually going to fall down. Oh, shit, I forgot. You have to pull it all the way, don't you? Motherfucker. I don't remember if you have to pull it all the way. I don't know why you would. It's just... Yeah. Yeah, I guess you have to pull it all the way out or else it wouldn't work. Which makes no damn sense. It's just a gaming logic thing. Like, I don't think in real life something like that would do that, but the hell if I know. So even though Kratos did lose all of his godly powers, he hasn't lost the Trident of Poseidon yet. So, yeah. I like this part right here where he just like chops it down, just grabs it like that. I just love the way Kratos just fluidly moves his blades like that. It is so badass. You have now acquired the Amulet of the Fates. To use the amulet and slow down time, hold L1 and press R1. The statue of the Fates will radiate when you are in range. The yellow meter shows how much charge you have left. Alright. So basically, well, hang on real quick. Somewhere around here. Where is it? Okay, maybe you have to do it on the outside. That might be what it was. But we now have the ability to kind of slow down time. We can't stop time, but we can slow it down. We can slow it down just enough to where we can kind of go on our merry way here. I forgot how to do it, though. Wait, I remember what you do. That's right. You pull the lever, and then it goes down. I'm an idiot. Yeah, because if you pull the lever, it's gonna knock that down, but the body is stuck, so there's nothing we can do there. I thought that if you pull the lever, it should open those up. Huh. There might have been... Well... There it is. It was a button. That's what it was. I'm an idiot. Okay, let's see here. Now we just press R1 and we just roll our way there. And as you can see, the yellow bar is starting to slowly go down. The yellow bar will not... This was the first time the yellow bar in this game has been actually introduced. And it will not be introduced again until God of War 3. Is that something I can break? You know what? Actually, I think that is. I remember seeing like these little... Let me go try that out real quick. It's been a while, folks, since I've actually played God of War 2. Typically, I would remember where most stuff is at, but like some stuff that's, you know, way too just out of sight just might trick me up a little bit. Not trick, but trip me up, I should say. Does that other wall have one, actually? No, it does not. Okay. Yeah, I saw that crack in the walls. I vaguely remember there being a crack in one of these walls. But the weird thing is, like, usually when I play this game, I never get that, though. So I must have just done it, like, a few times and just completely forgot about it here. Well, what do we get? We get a Gorgonite. Sweet. Alright. Now we need to go back and press that button one more time and get the hell out of this freaking place. So I need to stop fiddling around. I keep jumping to the right. Let's just go to the left side this time. Just to, you know, spice things up. Spruce them up a little bit. Alright. Yeah, be careful if you're jumping, though, too, because you can't fuck yourself up. And if you fuck yourself up, well, then again, you can just come back and do this all over again. But, you know. Wait till her hands go probably close to the ground like that. And then go ahead and jump on it. But the only problem is, it's going to cut into a cutscene, but we have to wait for this, you know, the slowdown time to go away first.
Hear me, fallen god. None defy what the fates decree. That is how it must be. Only death awaits you at the end of your journey.
My death is what began this journey.
The fates have not deemed victory for you. Your soul will never find peace for what you have become.
I am what the gods have made me.
Alright, so now we just need to go ahead and smack her head right into that window, and we'll head outside in just a few seconds. But first things first, let's go ahead and get some of these chests open. Alright, sweet, another feather, and this one should be maybe a Gorgon. No, it's red orbs. I will take that, I will take that. I mean, yeah, I could use some more, you know, Gorgon eyes and Phoenix feathers and what have you. Thing is, if it's cracked, well actually, hell, when it comes to God of War games, if it's cracked, then more than likely you can do something with it. As you can see, if it is cracked, you can break it. That is the idea. But also, if you break it, you will get rid of the ability to use your slowdown time, which could, you know, make things a little bit harder for this fight, especially if you're on a harder difficulty than I am, which I'm playing on God mode. So if you're playing on Titan mode, you know, the ability to slow down time will probably benefit you enormously, depending on, you know, whether or not you're good or not, which I will admit I'm not really that good. I mean, yeah, I beat it before, but it's nothing really to show for, to be honest. It's just one of those games where it's like, yeah, I beat it, there you go. I mean, back then, God of War used to be one of those kinds of games where it's like, you beat it on the hardest difficulty, and then, you know, all of a sudden you're like the king of gaming. But nowadays it's just more of like, if you beat like Dark Souls, then you're pretty. If you beat like one of the Souls games, you know, you're pretty damn good at gaming to an extent. Or if you do something specific, you know, on those games that are hard, then, you know, you fight a boss in a certain way, or you beat in a certain amount of time, which is what's been going on, you know, recently with most of the games these days. The hardest game I've played so far, in terms of difficulty, well, in terms of like difficulty mode, I would say, not just difficulty itself, but the hardest difficulty mode I have tried to attempt so far is God Hard mode on Vanquish. That shit is retardedly hard. It's like bullet heavy. It's like a freaking bullet storm, which, you know, the funny thing is I actually tried doing a Let's Play of that game one time on my channel. Not too long ago, actually. Well, maybe it was like a year or two ago. It might have been. I don't exactly remember when it was. Alley-oop. Okay, take that asshole out. As you can tell, we do get magic orbs for taking these guys out. What you can do is you can always just hold the X button when you knock them in the air like that, and just go in for a grab in the air. The only problem is when you grab them in the air, you knock them down like that, you have very little chance before they just go, you know, and they go inside the ground and try to take you out that way. Kind of like the guys in the previous game would do, which I think these are actually the same demons, or enemies, or whatever they call them. I believe they're the same creatures, nonetheless. Alright. Here comes the pain in the ass part of this game, which is trying to figure out how to get that damn gate thing turned down. And as you can see, there's a big giant tower looking thing in the background that we need to get to, so we will get to that when we get to that. But we have to cross through a few bosses to get there, of course. No surprise. I mean, this is a hack and slash game, and this is a God of War game nonetheless, so boss away pretty much. I don't like how you can't jump over these railings. It just makes no damn sense to me. Alright. Grab this. Got a Gorgonite. That's going to be a health upgrade for us right there. I like how the O's have like a little dot inside the middle of them when they spell it out. I think we get one more. I think we get like maybe one more level, maybe. You should be able to. Okay, so now that's going to go ahead and spawn in some more jackass enemies. And that's going to be another pathway to take for another time, but we can't go that way just yet. Which makes no damn sense, because why would they, you know, block that off when already we can't go that way? These boars, you can go ahead and kill them instantly just by pressing circle. But the Cyclopses actually can pick them up and use them to their advantage, which is a pretty cool and unique gaming mechanic, pretty much. I actually like that idea. They can grab other enemies and throw them at you too, which is something that not a lot of games do. You know, they don't really just... They have like you fighting like hordes of enemies, but the enemies never really attack themselves. You know, which sucks. Or sometimes like smaller enemies could attack other enemies, which kind of pisses me off. Now when you fight a Cyclops, you can't technically block his attacks, so just keep that in mind. And of course you have to go through like different circle prompts before you finally kill him off. Why do I sound like Orlando Bloom today? I just keep saying and all the damn time. Alley-oop. Yeah, there's like a little iframe thing with that, and I just pretty much suck at that iframe though. As you can tell, I would honestly say that I probably got lucky with that. Oop, fuck. I don't want to fuck that up too hard. Yeah, whenever you kill one, you get some health out of it. And of course, you know, if you chopped his eye off, or you poke him in the eye, then eventually you'll get like red orbs and some health out of it too, which is nice. What we could do is we could just use Kratos' Rage to kind of build up some combo here, so we get some orbs out of this. Yeah, and there is kind of limit to as many how many Kratos Rage orbs you can have at one time. Oh, that actually got me iframes on that. I did not know that. Yeah, see, I do a Let's Play and I learn different things. And I love that about my channel, though. It's like I can just play these games and just learn something new every time. At least. Well, I had a 70-hit combo. That wasn't too bad, I guess. And bam. Ooh. Rolled that shit away. You should be dead, sir. You should be dead sometime. Okay, you're almost dead. I think I just killed off your little buddy there, too. Granted, I probably could use my Rage of the Titans, but that probably would be honestly a waste. Yeah, there were boars that I killed that did spawn in yellow orbs. but they're pretty much all gone now, so there's really no point in me having to worry about that. Now, is there? Die! Okay, come on. Just one more, just one more eyeball poke. Never mind, he's dead. Okay. Either I can save that chest for later, or I can just get it now. Well, I have no magic, so I might as well just get it now. I mean, I'll be fine. They'll give me magic later on, or they'll give me health chests later on. I'll have plenty of time. So that's the thing about God of War, is there's really no way you can technically fuck yourself up in terms of chests. At least, that I have done. I haven't really necessarily found a way to fuck myself up that bad. Yeah, I see that face over there, folks. Don't worry. I'll get it. Typically, I have a pretty keen eye on seeing things. Okay, so we're going to kick that. We're going to go ahead and run on here. And I'd say push it to the edge, like that. Let's go break this vase real quick. And then you're going to pull the lever one more time. There's no slowdown, there's no statue to slow down time over here. So you're going to have to get on that platform as quickly as you possibly can. Now, I've always tried to kick it off right into this hole, but I've never been that successful before. There might be a way, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there really is technically a way to do it. So that's one eyeball. Oops, I fell right into the hole. I might have got my statues mixed up. It might be the other. Oh, that was a magic. Well, I didn't even need health anyway, so it's no real big deal, is it? Kick this right into that next little hole right there, and it missed. Yeah, I know it really wasn't much of a cutscene, but I decided to go ahead and edit out my commentary there just because. Alright, we're going to run over here. We're going to go ahead and save the game real quick. And I think we have plenty of... Yeah, we do. We should have plenty of time to do what I want to do next. Alright, go ahead and roll up this way. And now we're going to be going into, I think it's called the Fog of the Forgotten, maybe? The Bog of the Forgotten. I said fog. Now you can see there's two chests over there, but the only problem is...
Hidden deep within the spire lie the sisters. They control the threads of fate. Gain control of your thread, and you will be able to return to the moment when Zeus betrayed you.
Damn it, I was trying to go for those chests and you happen to fucking come out of nowhere and Kratos decides to grab you right in the ass. Mr. Horseman. Sir. Oh, shit. As you can see, this is basically just a quick time event thing, so just be careful on your quick time, and yeah, you can get hurt, and it does suck to get hurt, of course, but oh well. And that should be it. It should be.
It is true. I have fought my way through the guardians of Hades and crawled my way out of the fires of torment to change my fate. And for my efforts, the sisters shine their light upon me, delivering the very object of my vengeance, Kratos. The servant of Ares. Do you remember that day, Spartan? I will never forget that day. This time, Ghost of Sparta, I will have your head.
And so he thinks he will have her head. But I think what he meant to say is we will give him head. That's probably what he was trying to go for. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so basically this is a... Well, I wouldn't say it's really necessarily the easiest fight. This phase right now is pretty easy. he will start shooting just random arrows at you. The best way to avoid that horse charge is to roll to the left or right and just kind of like circle around it, because that's basically what's going to do to you. It's just going to circle around. Now, as you can tell, we're getting magic orbs out of this. So, if anything, if you wanted to, you can just use Typhoon's Bane to basically take out the souls that are surrounding the horse. Now, that takes care of the horse. Now we got to take care of the barbarian himself, which I don't necessarily know his name, but I just call him the barbarian. That's pretty much what everybody else calls him. We can't do any damage right now. As you can tell, we're not getting any combos on him, which that sucks, but okay. Now we can start doing some combos pretty damn soon. As you can tell, he's kind of working with the undead, basically, to stop us. Well, you know, if there's any way to basically stop Kratos, I'm sure the Sisters of Fate are going to try their best to try to do that. If you do the circle prompts on the souls, then you will get, of course, a brutal kill out of it, and you will also get magic orbs. So, that's very nice to, you know, get that stuff back. Chop, 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 chop. You don't have to use the circle prompt to kill these guys. You can just go ahead. It's not even a prompt. You just press circle on him. That's all I have to do. He should have maybe one more wave, and I think we can start fighting him off. Yeah. And as you can tell, that guy looks awfully familiar.
Not you again.
Yeah, maybe he was, you know, the guy who got eaten by the Hydra. That's the other cool thing is about this part. Well, one, he doesn't do anything. To be honest, yeah, he doesn't do shit. We should be doing damage to him, though, too. I don't know why we're not getting, like, a combo meter or anything like that. Now we are. So I guess in the beginning part, you don't actually get a combo going, pretty much. Yeah, watch out for that roll there. It's one hell of a roll. He'll do it. He'll swipe 2 times and he'll slam the ground, and then of course, the first one he'll swipe once and then he'll slam the ground. So he does a lot of slam moves when he's pretty big like this. All you gotta do is just keep rolling away, and if you wanted to, you could just keep shooting them down like this to, you know, maximize some more damage. Because, you know, having range shots is always nice, because it's kind of a pain just to kind of, you know, waste time trying to hit him, you know. And all right, so now we can't do any damage to him right now, and now he's gonna go right back into his previous form. And yeah, you can get a, well, there's a window for a parry there, but we don't have the ability to parry in this game yet. So yeah, I think in New Game Plus you should be able to be equipped the parry ability. I believe so. Let's go ahead and go in rage mode real quick and just try to get as much hits on him as we possibly can. As you can tell, he will block, and he does hurt quite a bit. I might end up dying if I keep being a retard. Okay, so oop, I fucked that up. Speaking of being an idiot, I fucked that up massively. And as you can tell, there is no, yeah, we can't block that either, which sucks. There is no slowdown time thing around here anyway, so we're kind of screwed on that merit. Go ahead and block that, because basically just try to block as many of these basic attacks as you possibly can, except for this one. This is the only one you cannot block. You have to roll away from it. Yeah, that sucks, but oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and not screw this up this time, and hopefully we won't screw up the quick time event. Smack. Smacky. And slam. And banana slam. Banana slammer. Or whatever it's called. So now we have killed the barbarian, and we have acquired his barbarian hammer. The thing with the barbarian hammer is you cannot roll with it. Instead, that's been traded out for a move, which we cannot do just yet. Yeah, you can't roll with the barbarian hammer. It's way too heavy apparently. The moves we have now is obviously, you know, your square, square, square. Your basic weak attack. You have your triangle, and of course your motherfuckers. Damn it! Stop that. Okay, well you might as well just cut through these assholes and get my magic orbs up. Yeah, you have your square, square, triangle, and of course you have your triangle, triangle, and that's pretty much all that does. You can jump triangle, you can jump square, and you have an L1 triangle, and you also have, you should have an L1 square. To equip them, though, I don't remember how to equip them. Shit. There it is, R2, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we have L1 and square, and that's all that does. We have no L1 in circle, no L1 in X. We have an L1 in circle and air, though, which is weird, because you can't do it on the ground. I think that's just block. That's right, that's just block in midair. Never mind, I'm an idiot. See, I'm already starting to forget this kind of stuff. Let's go ahead and kill these boars off. We might as well get the brutal combo with it too. Brutal kill, my bad. Let's get the blades upgraded first. Now we have Cyclone of Chaos, L1 square. We have Cyclone of Chaos in air, L1 square in air. Spirit of Hercules and Valor of Hercules. Hell to the yes. Hell to the yes. Only problem is, spoiler alert, we don't see Hercules until the 3rd game. Yeah, I know, that kind of sucks. Here we go, we're at the Temple of Urael. The only problem with that door, which I totally do not recommend you walk up to it right now, you will get stoned. And not in that kind of way. You will actually literally be stoned in the sense of, like, you'll be turned to stone. Let's just say that. Alright, folks. Anyway, without further ado, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time when we play some more God of War 2. And as always, take care, everybody.